All right, what's going on, y'all? Sean from Math Swap Tutoring here, and I want to share something that I think might be useful for some of you if you ever have an issue with remembering how to find the volume of certain shapes. Okay, so if you're taking the SAT, I will say they do put these in the front of the they will have these given to you. I wasn't say the front of the book, but we're doing digital SAT now, so that's not relevant. But these will be provided to you. However, sometimes I find it better to remember how to get from area to volume. So check this out. So you have four shapes here. You have a rectangular prism. You have a cylinder. Let me kind of put that little 3D part there. You have a cone, and then you have a triangular prism. Now, what I want you to do is pay attention to the base of the shape, and I'm going to try to draw it. Okay, you kind of get the idea. The base of this rectangular prism is this rectangle here. Remember this, the area of this is going to be, and I say this is the length and the width. It's going to be length times width. Okay. If you recall here, the volume of a rectangular prism is going to be length times width times height. Okay. If you notice, what is the difference between this area and then this volume? It is this here. If you notice, all volume really is the area times the height. Height, sorry. All right. Same here. What is the base of this shape here? It's a circle. The area of a circle is pi radius squared. Now you are gonna have to remember the area stuff. Now, the volume of a cylinder here is gonna be the base of the circle, the area of the circle times the height. Okay. So it's gonna be volume is still area times height. And if you look, you'll see that it's going to be listed as pi r squared h. Okay, easy. Now, it's a different dynamic with these two here. So the base of this is still a circle. So the area equals pi r squared. However, you have two things to consider. First of all, that it comes up to a point. It comes up to a point, and so that brings in when they come up to a point, remember, that means instead of it just being simply area times height like this cylinder, this actually ends up being a third of the volume of a cylinder. So it's going to be the volume is going to be equal to 1/3 times the height or the area times the height. This is the height right here, sorry. Which ends up being 1/3 pi r squared h. And if you look it up, you'll see that's the case. Same here. The base is a square. So you know the area is equal to length times width. But then because it comes up to a point, this is going to be 1/3 of the volume of the corresponding uh cube or whatever it is. Okay. And so this ends up being the volume ends up being 1/3 times the area times the height again. But in this case, it ends up being 1/3 length times width times height. Now, if you look again, if you look up all of these, you'll see that this is true. But all I'm saying is really to get from area to volume, basically multiply by the height. Okay. That's really it in a nutshell. Then one more thing. Just remember also, if you have a situation where, so if it comes to a point, then you're going to multiply by height and by 1/3. because the volume of that shape, whenever it comes up to a point, is essentially going to be the volume of the corresponding cylinder or corresponding prism, a third of that. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that helps you to go a little quicker when you're trying to remember volume equations. Hopefully to save you some time, because you don't necessarily have to remember volume equations explicitly if you know how they translate from area equations. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Hey, thank you for watching this video. If you need math tutoring or you need SAT math help, look in the description to find out how you can sign up today. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you stay in touch with Math Swap Tutoring on YouTube. Have a good one.